Hobbies, things you do just for fun. Even animals have hobbies. For example, octopuses like throwing stuff at people. Or cats, for example, simply stare at an empty wall. Even back in the Stone Age, humans had hobbies, although these were mostly activities such as making music or creating cave paintings. Over time, hobbies have changed. In the Middle Ages, people liked going to festivals or watching night tournaments. Even though there are so many hobbies out there, they are increasingly disappearing among Generation Z. So here are a few hobby ideas for anyone who doesn't have one. Football, the biggest and most popular sport. It's just the fans, the stadiums, and the creativity in the game. You've got 11 players on each team, all trying to score a goal. And all of this is managed by a coach, spending hours analyzing the other team and coming up with a strategy to win. If that sounds good to you, well, you may be disappointed. Amateur leagues are nothing like that. Your stadium is probably some random backyard with the worst football field imaginable. Your team can be made up of people from all age groups. The goalkeeper is usually the oldest guy and also the fattest. And honestly, it doesn't even matter if stays in goal or outside. The rest of the team is made up of other who are fat, one psycho. And that one dude who keeps saying he almost went pro. Then there is also the really load guy. Then there is the only left-footed player, and the biggest and fastest one. The coach is probably the most aggressive of them all. And in every game, at least one player tries to seriously kill someone or it just turns into a fight. Reading, the most popular hobby in the world.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now.
It's super simple. You just grab a book and read it. But there are different types of readers. There are the ones who only read books recommended on social media, usually girls in their early 20s who are basically at Starbucks 24/7. Then there are the people who only read old classic books written by authors nobody has ever heard of.
本当の名は何という？ゲームジュゲーム五行のすり切れ海砂利水魚の水魚松雲来松風来松クーネルところに住むところやぶら工事のブラ工事パイポパイポパイポの修輪岩のグーリンダイのポンポコピーポンポコナーの超救命の長介。
They buy everything from secondhand shops and probably even have their own reading room. You've also got teenagers whose entire lives revolve around Harry Potter, and little kids who read books that are like 80% pictures. But for all four groups, it's not just a hobby. It's a personality, a lifestyle, a coping mechanism, a love language, a form of emotional damage, an escapism, and the reason for their high standards. Every free minute, they pull out a book, even outside. And if that's not enough, you'll see at least one Instagram story per week about whatever they're reading. They always recommend some random book that supposedly changed their life, even though they know you're not going to read it. And don't ever tell them you like a movie, because they'll immediately say the book is way better.
Oh, dude, I met the baddest girl last night.
Oh yeah? What'd she look like?
Oh, here, why show you when I can tell you? She had sharp cheekbones, long dark hair that framed her face perfectly, and eyes that looked too bright to belong in a bar.
As a reader, you start thinking you're smarter than everyone else and somehow overanalyze every single sentence. There are also these book clubs, where people meet up to read and talk about books together.
I'm kind of retarded.
But don't you dare show up with an iPad. They'll kill you. And honestly, I still don't get why people read books in their free time.
For the money and the bitches, obviously.
Photobombing. Photobombing is about sneaking into the background of a picture to steal the attention. A famous example is Paul Yarrow, a guy from London.
Good morning, Glenn!
He showed up in hundreds of live TV broadcasts, and international media even talked about it. But he actually had a goal. He wanted to show that normal people exist, because TV usually only shows attractive people.
So we see his ramus could also be a little bit longer. Something good we see is that he passes the lip assessments pretty well.
He even won the Good Samaritan of the Year award in 2008, but he got so famous that he had to stop in 2010. Another case is Jack Blankenship. On February 7th, during a basketball game between Alabama and the Florida Gators, he tried to distract the opposing team by making a huge cardboard cutout of his own face. A camera caught him during the game, and within days, he went viral worldwide. After that, a lot of people started making giant face cutouts too. There's also something called video bombing, like the GTA 6 guy.
Sport 1 Team, GTA 6. GTA 6 schon gespielt, Grand Theft Auto 6.
Nein, wieder. Sag mal.
Hitler möchte Grand Theft Auto 6 zocken. Hitler möchte Grand Theft Auto 6 zocken. Vladimir Putin möchte Grand Theft Auto 6 zocken.
All right. Well, guys. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, guys.
GTS.
Really?
Laser, mein Name ist
Stop,
Laser,
stop,
mein
stop,
Name
stop, stop, stop.
ist GTA 6 zocken.
Ironing. It sounds super boring, but it's actually a real hobby. All you need is an iron, an ironing board, and laundry. The goal is to iron clothes in the most extreme ways possible. People have done it underwater, while driving, in caves, while skydiving, on mountains, and even while surfing. It peaked in 2002 when the World Championship took place in Munich. There were 12 teams from 10 different countries, all trying to iron clothes as perfectly as possible. There were 5 different challenges, and the jury judged how well the laundry was ironed. First, they had to iron on a tree, second in a lake, third on a car, fourth on a climbing wall, and the last one was their own choice. In the end, the Germans and Austrians won. Box tossing. Box tossing was a popular sport in the 18th century. It was mostly played by nobles. 2 people would hold a cloth and try to throw animals as high as possible. Most of the animals died when they hit the ground, and if they didn't, they were killed afterward. Besides dangerous hobbies like that, there are also some really weird ones. By
Man, 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 man.